Cash Color Canvas, a high level of conversation on LiveHipHopDaily.tv tonight. And this episode is sponsored by Cannabis Clothing. Our Drug Lord Cannabis and Return to Viper collections are all available for purchase at Cannabis.com. Use our promo code CashColorCannabis tonight at checkout and save 10% off your order. All right, without further ado, for those watching right now, we clearly have a pop-up happening on the table. If you can see, we got a little bit of everything happening up here. Also, shout out to Space Cubes. We're gonna be trying these out later after the show. I'll tell you all a little bit more about that later. But I got my guests in the building. Greenish Vibes pulled up on us. They was actually here last week in studio, and they didn't get a chance to get on, but we finally got them on tonight. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing great.
A little tired, but we're here.
Nah,
We're grateful.
Look, I believe you because these two are road warriors. And first, please introduce yourselves for those who don't know it, haven't been familiar with the brand.
Okay, so my name is Danika, founder of Greenish Vibes. We are located in San Diego. We're both from Chicago, so really repping Chicago in our brand and in our lives for sure. But Greenish Vibes is a smoking accessories and CBD online boutique, and we are featuring some of all of our brands tonight. So.
Clearly, I like that though. They came super prepared. And yourself?
Yes, I'm Olamiji Pierce. I am the brand strategist for Greenish Vibes, best friend to the founder. Basically just all-around supporter of the brand. I also am a serial brand creator, and so on the table you see some of the products that I've had the honor of sourcing from West Africa. Some brass and some waist beads, and we also have some oil that we've created together. So, coconut buttery.
That's what's
cooking
up.
Oil.
That's what's up. So we about to get into all this, especially your expansion into Africa, because I know you've talked about this a couple of times. But for those, again, speak to us about your background and how do we get to the point where we're here with Greenish Vibes? Because I know, again, we're talking about jumping from corporate America and jobs that had nothing to do with weed to now you're in this cannabis industry.
So I have been in real estate almost about 14 plus years. During that time, it's led me to have many entrepreneurial projects and nonprofits. So I owned a juice bar. I've bought and sold real estate. At this point, when I moved to San Diego 3 years ago, California really just made it cannabis a part of your lifestyle. It was really easy to just hang out, just relax. I wasn't a smoker prior. Yeah. So when I got to San Diego, it was like, okay, this can be made as a part of your lifestyle. Now, how do you get in it from a business perspective?
Yeah.
And so that's how we arrived at Greenish Vibes. Basically, while we're waiting for our cannabis licenses in Illinois, in California, in Michigan, and these other places, the smoking accessories, the CBD is legal in every state, and we can, network, we can learn the business, get our contacts, and, really establish our brand in the marketplace. And then, we'll roll over to the legal cannabis market.
Yeah. And what made you bring your friend in?
So Olamiji is my best friend.
Exactly. Normally you don't bring in friends when it comes to business, and I'm like, what made you say I'm gonna tap my best friend and be like, take this run with me?
We've worked together in so many brands.
Yeah, we did work together in the juice bar. We tried to start a liquor company. What was the name of it?
Oh man,
You're trying to start a liquor company.
business plan.
Yeah. Then we did some consulting for some other clients that we had in Nashville. We've always worked together. We've always found a way to collaborate. I don't know why. It's in my nature. I feel like personally, everyone around me is someone I'm collaborating with.
Yeah. Someone
I am trying to build something with. But what happened was at the end of last year, we was talking, you were updating me about Greenish Vibes, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Did you bring any of Lauren's products?
Maybe, potentially.
So I have a birthday mate that I went to Tennessee State University with, Lauren Williams, Batiste Williams, and she has a Sip Soak Smoke brand. It's a CBD infused blend that you can put in your tea, that you can put in smoke in a blend as a blend, and that you can also put in a bath. Sip, soak, smoke. And so when I anytime I travel to West Africa, I'm always like, oh, by the way, sorry, background. I am first generation Nigerian, so strong West African cultural roots. And so I travel there often, always for business development, just trying to, expand the horizon for all of us. And so before I travel, I always look at America and I'm like, what's happening here? And anything we're doing as Black Americans is what's leading the world.
Leading the
period.
culture. Yeah.
And so that's very much the truth as well in West Africa. And so if we're looking at it here, if it's something that has saturated the community here, then it's something that's eventually going to be doing the same in West Africa. Yeah. And so I was actually right around the corner at a Mexican restaurant. No pun intended. But I was at a Mexican restaurant, I walked out, and I was thinking, having this thought, what's new? What should I be taking back to Africa? And I saw the sign CBD. And I'm like, wow, let me hit up Lauren and let me see if she's interested in maybe letting me take her brand to West Africa. Gambia is one of the smallest, and I was traveling to Gambia. It's one of the smallest countries in Africa. It's within Senegal. And so my experience there before working in as a business fellow, I had a business fellowship there. It was easy for me to navigate government. It was easy for me to navigate business on all levels because of my education and my background here. So I set up a meeting with the Ministry of Agriculture to present the idea of them basically giving me some land that I could bring African American farmers to West Africa to train the populace.
And this is in Gambia, correct?
Okay. Gambia, West Africa. So that was my pitch. This is what you could possibly have. This retails for XYZ. They still, unfortunately, have female genital mutilation there. And I'm not about trying to go and change the entire culture. Things change over time, but at least here's a option the CBD soak sitz bath. Sitz baths after giving birth or any type of trauma to that area is something that can help to relieve it and to support healthy healing. And so that's something that could be partnered with the Ministry of the Health Ministry and the Ministry of Agriculture, but ultimately just trying to advocate for the development and the cultivation and the production of industrial hemp and CBD.
That's so cool because it shouts to the continent of Africa. You're watching many countries in Africa actually lean towards legalization. So
Ghana.
This is actually the perfect conversation to start having. Let's move also into stuff that's solely for healing when you're looking at CBD products.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And so after that, I traveled back to America to get my ducks in a row. The ministry was interested in it, as well as other private sector businesses were interested in investing in the idea, but we just needed a little bit more formalization, testing, and presentation. And so I started to speak with my best friend, just talking about, what I had done and what I need to be doing and what I'm trying to pull together to see this through. And she was like, oh, well, her sister is a lawyer who is, you can go ahead and give details on Quandra.
So my sister Quandra, she is an attorney. She has 7 degrees, masters, and JD, and she's been in HR for 20 years. She ran for alderwoman in Chicago in the Woodlawn area. She works for a nonprofit in the Woodlawn area, Sunshine Enterprises. So she has naturally become a partner. When we need to be connected to the community politicians, or if we need to pull businesses together to be vendors at our market. So she's always looking over contracts for us, advising us, connecting us to the right people.
Man, you're talking about that's a good person having a family.
Right on speed dial.
So she was in the process of bringing the mayor of, what was that?
That town in Georgia.
It wasn't Georgia. It was Arkansas. No, it wasn't Met. We went to Metter, Georgia to visit a farm, a hemp farm, a CBD farm.
Shout out to Green Toad Hemp. I know they're out in that area.
That's who we went to visit.
Is it?
Yeah. That's who we went.
Shout out to the guys, man. Shout out to them. They've been on the show too.
Okay. No, we didn't know.
Oh, you part of the family now. You part of the CashColorCannabis family tree now.
All right, that's dope. Yeah, we went to visit through Quandra, her sister, setting up this mayor in Arkansas was trying to, he's using her as a consultant so he can get more education, more insight, and better positioning to develop CBD
industry.
hemp in that industry in his town in Arkansas.
Cool.
Her sister is working that. And so she was setting up a tour with him already, and we were like, we have connections with people who own land in South Georgia. We have connections with farmers. That's part of our strategic partnership as best friends to develop the industry from that aspect and build a bridge to West Africa. Because what you will find in Gambia is a large population of young people who can work but who are not working, who either don't have skills, opportunities to develop skills, etc., etc., etc.
It's such a coincidence how closely what we feel like is happening in America actually happens in everywhere else. Even just hearing that, I'm like, that's everybody in Atlanta too.
Well, damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of people in Atlanta right this second. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely interesting. That's terrible. I mean, especially when you look at how rich a country the U.S. is.
Yeah,
the
but
wealth divide.
the best part of what you're doing is you're trying to introduce a new industry into a country that actually would need that kind of, that definitely needs that kind of boost when it comes to new jobs and new morale coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I applaud that move. I think that was so bold. I remember when you was first telling me about that, and I wanted to dig deeper in that. I think that's such a bold move to try to expand, not just a little bit outside of California, but figure out how we can make this bridge to somewhere even further out that really could try to make a change in.
Well, the premise is I was raised a Pan-African. Completely, like all for people of color, for the betterment of the world through uplifting people of color. And in Africa, there's no secret that there is an immense amount of farmland.
Yeah.
We got land, and it's underutilized. Our population, our people capital is underutilized. And so it's like 2 and 2 together. And like I said, I did a business fellowship there for 6 months. And my position in relationship to like a sub organization of the International Trade Commission or Trade Center over there was to develop programs for this specific population.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so it's like they're looking for stuff. People are looking to fund this, but as African Americans, people of African descent in America, we have a advantage because we have mastered the oppressor's educational way of thinking or their perspective, if that makes any sense. The way we think is very much like, I don't know how open the conversation
we can
is,
go.
but no, okay, so we have, as African Americans, we have white privilege when we go to West Africa.
Oh, as African Americans?
Yes.
You best believe that.
Yes.
You know how much, even
Okay,
when we go
so
other countries.
I didn't know how we was coming to the table.
When we go to other countries,
but I'm just coming to
look
the
on
table.
Instagram how we treat other countries when we pull up.
We have privilege.
Yes.
And so then it's as if with consciousness,
Said, "How deep can we go?"
with privilege and consciousness,
Yes.
Would it be
then
real or not?
you understand your responsibility is to utilize the privilege to then build the bridge and then to partner.
Yes.
Not to oppress, not to then re-enslave or colonize. So that's the goal, to enrich our inheritance. That's ours, all of ours. If you go back with consciousness of who you are, they will grant you land. I have land in South Africa. They gave it to me. I went back with who I was, knowing who I was. It was a journey, but I got it. All of us have that. We are literally connected to that place. And so if we show up with the understanding, the awareness, and knowing our privilege, then we will utilize it. This is just me utilizing my privilege, understanding where I stand in this world globally and placing myself strategically amongst my
Those
people.
opportunities.
Yeah, and create an opportunity for my people.
Yeah, applause for that, really, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I
what
think,
we're doing.
like I said, I think the work is very, very brave. How has it been as far as just trying to work on the ground? Like, has the reception been positive when you meet up with people?
Everybody that we talk to are interested. We, from our Chicago event, my sister connected, filled the room with connectors, and we ran into a guy who was like behind the scenes with Mayor Rahm Emanuel, and he was just really instrumental in like telling us the game about the industry, advising us on how to move when we're applying for the cannabis licenses in Illinois. So everywhere we go, like it's been really positive, positively received, and people just offering to show up and connect and, have us use their name to introduce, whomever. So it's been real love.
Yeah. And also speaking of the fact that you have so many seeds planted in various states when it comes to licensing. So what's the plan with Greenish Vibes? 'Cause I know right now you're more into the CBD vibe. Are you planning on possibly launching a dispensary? I mean, obviously those have to be some of the goals.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely will be plant touching in some capacity. I don't know if it means dispensary. We've talked about delivery retailer.
Okay.
And then it just depends on what state that's in. I think as a flagship option in San Diego, California, we definitely would want to have a space where it's event-centric, it has an outdoor space, definitely bringing those Cali vibes. So I would love to do that. And we could even do that as a CBD option, somewhere exactly what we're doing now. We host these lifestyle.
I was going to say
educational
the
experiences.
events you do are similar to THC events, so it's not like it would be a big leap for y'all. You do some
Exactly.
amazing events. Matter of fact, speak about those. Some of the events that you were doing. Matter of fact, you just did one about maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
In LA. That was our last event before we were off to Atlanta. So we partnered with celebrity chef Maverick. She was on Chop 420 cooking. She was one of the finalists, and she's a celebrity chef to the stars, and she has this really great CBD and THC gummy line. When I say they hit, they are really good.
She said that's why I didn't take something beforehand.
Exactly.
Before
I
this
already know. I got to be focused and clear when I got to think. But so we partnered with her, and it was love right away. And so we've supported her on her events as well as partnered with that downtown LA rooftop kickback. So the entire menu was infused. And we both got matching tattoos. We had two
I gotta
tattoo
face that.
artists.
They permanent? Is that the one right here?
Yeah,
Yes, that's
it's
permanent.
I was going to ask you last time when I saw you if that was real. Like, is that?
Definitely real.
She said I'm stuck with this.
Yeah, and then we had the Cannabis Cutie.
That's what's up.
She
The
was
Cannabis Cutie hosted. She was dope, just, mingling with the crowd, making sure everybody had a great time. So, it's like no pressure, no real agenda, but just bringing like-minded people together and then establishing partnerships from those meetings.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
came with brands, they have businesses, we've connected or, plan to connect. So it's, we're picking up everybody as we go along.
All right, well, we talking about very, like I said, broad, very brave plans. You have to have. Do you have any fear of bumping into any corporate entities that probably try to have the same kind of ambitions? Moving into West Africa or even just trying to spread out like y'all are trying to do or trying to do similar things.
I have no fear of fear.
Yeah,
Fear of anything. Honestly, like I said, I have really strong cultural roots, and so I'm deeply, deeply connected to my ancestors of antiquity. I make eba, which is offering regularly. I know my destiny. I know my place in the world, and so it's like if corporate comes, it will be in my benefit.
Yeah.
I have no fear of anything coming to hurt us in any way that's going to be like, But definitely we have challenges. That's part of, I believe, the journey is to learn, to build, to grow. But no fear of course. I feel like if anything, any larger entities that have those plans should be looking to us as the gatekeepers for those plans.
Yeah.
My ties are in the traditional communities within those African nations. Those kings are calling me mommy, and I call them dad. They call certain family members brothers, We're family. Because we have an understanding of our place traditionally in the world. And so I can go into any of those places. Corporate can walk into those traditional houses.
Yeah.
And
you know what I mean? And be welcomed the way that we would be welcomed. Because we have traditional names, that they will know us by when we walk into the place. that corporate can't move the way we move. So if anything, I think that anybody who's a major influencer who's interested in going to Africa or doing any type of thing in African nations should be looking to us, those people who are connected to traditional communities, traditional rulers, as the gatekeepers and the custodians of those cultures, to then partner with us strategically so that we all benefit. It doesn't make any sense to like elbow us out. It won't. No one will win.
It's not.
They won't win. So
But I think just staying in our own lane and, establishing our brand, how we see it with our ideas.
Yeah, that's the thing, really.
I think we just live in that area and we'll be good.
Well, you've grown your brand. It'd be very hard for somebody to come in and kind of try to even step into the lane. But I thought it was a good question. Like there would be somebody trying to.
It's definitely gonna
there's
be
always
there.
people with money who try to ease into something, and I'm like, what you're doing is actually amazing. I'm actually shocked more people aren't trying to tap into Africa, whether no part of where you're trying to go.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, to really try to.
It's not easy.
I think the thing that they feel like is uneasy is our lack of full understanding of what Africa is. Like I was watching yesterday. My new thing ever since COVID happened, my new thing has been just going on YouTube and finding new shows to watch. And my new thing is watching Architectural Digest and watching people describe their homes. I watched Naomi Campbell's house in Kenya, and her house is basically a hotel. Like it's really dope. It's really dope.
Oh, wow.
But the way she was explaining it, she even said to herself, like, this isn't the Africa you think it is. And I think to myself all the time how many people have a view of Africa that is totally based on what you even saw on TV or you might have heard from somebody else but you haven't fully experienced. Like I feel like more of us need to just go over there and actually experience parts of Africa. It's a big continent, man. Pick a country and go.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were before COVID hosting trips to go to Gambia.
Yeah. I
we
missed
did
all
that.
this. I
Yeah,
missed
we-
all
We
this.
did that.
And now I feel like we've been so busy this year. It's like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
we've
we
got
really
it. And
wanna-
now it's the rainy season, so we're planning to
Look, put me
travel
on because
after.
I just renewed my passport a couple days ago, and that was an ordeal in itself. I don't even want to talk about it,
so
but I just
September-
renewed that.
So we're looking at September through November traveling to Gambia, or South Africa, because South Africa, cannabis is legal. They're one of the number one producers of the oil. They're welcoming, that production. So that's the benefit to us. We have land there. We have connections in traditional communities there. We have investors waiting for us to go and do our initial research and work and to present our findings. And so that's just a matter of us getting our
Scheduling,
ducks
sitting down.
together and getting there to do our work.
Well, I want to roll. Like I said, I just got my passport renewed, so I might as well put
you're
it to work.
welcome.
And we
You are
talked about
welcome. We
doing
would
like
love that.
like an experience there, like get 20, 50, however many of us is gonna be, guaranteed to come, and we gonna host like we host here in America. It's like a work-life balance trip.
I just imagine myself doing a podcast out there. Like, what would that
Exactly.
look like?
Oh, amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing. Are you serious?
That's our whole
And we could
premise.
definitely set that up. So that's the idea, for us to create this opportunity and say, look, this is what we have, and then for everyone to fit themselves in it.
All right, I'm sold. Yeah, let's go to.
Okay.
Let's go to.
I
Yeah,
mean, we just
All right,
pick a
let's
place.
go.
We pick a place
Well,
and
we're
say,
going to
okay,
South Africa.
how do
Yeah.
we make money there? And
Yeah,
work backwards
and
from
right
there.
now we have that opportunity in South Africa because we have land and we have people waiting and looking at us in that way. So, definitely, we will definitely share those details with you. So excited to be able to even be thinking about possibly seeing that come to fruition.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Super dope.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let me know how we could be involved. I definitely want to make that trip.
For sure.
Let's get into these products because you brought a whole suitcase out tonight for us.
This is only what was left from our weekend.
We were in South Carolina for a traditional festival in a community called Oyatunji.
I don't think y'all fully understand the level of points y'all must have on. like serious, like
It was
like
deep this weekend. Was
It
very
was.
spiritually like this. That's what it was for. It's a festival for ancestral veneration. It's been going on for 50 years. Some people may have heard of the community. Some people may have not. But it's been on Oprah in '87. I know, right? I know, but I mean, a lot of major media,
studios, HBO has
have
recorded
covered it.
documentaries
Just
and
recently,
stuff.
what was it? Vice TV.
No, and also that Netflix thing they were telling us about, something about,
about the food.
no, about the village.
This community, that we're talking about, yeah.
But we'll have to find it.
But yeah, it was a really deep experience. But we were vending. It looks like a traditional African village, and we were vending products and like at the last day, we were like, okay, let's just go to these people's compounds. And
It starts
like,
selling.
like, we got cash, like literally like our little laundry basket.
It just starts slanging. All right, I got it.
Yeah, we did. Really, we did. Everybody who was there can be screaming and hollering when they hear this because they know we did that. Like, sold and did well.
So what do we have here?
So on the Greenish Vibes side, we work on curating high quality CBD and smoking accessories. So we're focused on Black-owned, women-owned brands specifically when it comes to putting their products in our marketplace. So Kush Queen is a major sponsor.
Shout out to Kush Queen.
Yeah, they always come through. Papa and Barkley is another sponsor, and y'all know because of the cannabis market here.
Yo, these are huge. Too. These are huge.
We featured these in Palm Springs. She was in a bath with the one.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It caught me by surprise. I had no idea what I was in for.
Shout out to Papa
But
Barkley.
it gives you a complete body.
So Papa and
Just
Barkley,
relax.
that's what we had left. We sold out of everything else, but those are like your daily wellness drops.
Oh, wellness drops.
So every day you can put it under your tongue just for like calm. It's CBD, so it's not going to get you high, but it's like for calm, for stress relief, for muscle relaxation. We have an oil Pop and Barkley has an oil that's super popular. After the shower, when your pores are open, you just want to use it, body oil all over.
Kush Queen everywhere. She done dropped the CBD lube on us.
Right, drop that. That's the last bottle we got. So if y'all trying to get it, it
if y'all trying to get it, we know you better have a good night.
Definitely accentuates the experience. So this is our line, Coconut Buttery. This is THC cooking oil.
Okay.
A little goes a long way. It's a coconut oil base. And then she will tell you all about the waist beads that come
these
from.
are waist beads that come from Gambia. So my first few years of traveling there was to partner with local artisans. So this comes from like the ladies in the market. They hand string them. They source the beads from all over that coast: Senegal, Mali, and Gambia, and and there's brass here too that they carve.
And we know that there's many more
Can I
where
see that
that came
bracelet?
from.
Absolutely.
Even in the marketplace, we noticed that no other vendors had
waist beads
like this. They had some.
Really?
Yeah, nobody has them like this.
You know, the
Gambia
the
has
detail.
My wife got so
very-
many of those in the house, and I'll be completely honest with bold ignorance. I don't even know what they do.
What?
With waist beads, like I don't
Well,
even.
these are just for fashion.
But they're for your wives, you know.
Yeah, sensuality.
She has a
They're
ton of
sexy.
them already.
They're definitely sexy.
Yeah,
what they're for.
that's why you threw me off when you said men are the biggest consumers. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't see no men wearing
this
waist beads.
weekend, like I found like the niche. I'm like, because these are very, like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen waist beads, but most of the ones that you can find in America look like real basic, like this, like round bead, different colors like this. These are on a whole nother level waist
Molly
beads. Like I used to
beads.
even have ones that are like this that glow in the dark waist beads. Because they're for sensuality, you're supposed to stack them. They're supposed to glisten. They're supposed to attract the eye. They're, it's a part of lovemaking in the culture. They also represent spirituality if you are to bless them with different things. Prayer, special waters, river water, things like that. Oils, you could put oil on them. But men are my biggest consumer at this point because they want their wives to have them. They start to think about it. And then men who have had women who've worn these then get to become they testify on behalf of the waist beads to the men who have yet to purchase.
So
And
you
then
found
they
your
buy
niche.
them.
Let me pull up on some dudes and explain to them the whole concept I just
Right,
explained.
barbershops are like the best place now.
Yeah, because think about it. Look, this is a waist. Imagine if this is a waist.
I'm more trying to imagine. Y'all.
I'm
trying to-
he over there like.
I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine y'all.
like how glisten. Y'all can
like the
imagine,
smaller
right?
ones.
Y'all
I
got
like-
it. Look, they just
no.
looking. They so funny.
I like the smaller ones. Those are too big for me.
But
But
you have to
imagine
stack them,
these.
like-
I'm trying to picture y'all in the barbershop. Like we got the CD man, we got the cologne guy, and we got the waist beads lady.
Yeah, and they buy them.
We got the waist beads ladies, all of them pulling up at the same time.
Yes. We need that.
So yeah, I think more than anything, more than the products, we are about with like connecting, creating opportunities in our communities collaborating with each other. It's collaboration over competition. In every city that we've done events, we always collaborate with somebody local there. So, you know, that's that.
Well, you know what?
Yes, lots of things planned.
Yeah,
for the
y'all
rest
got a
of the
lot of
year.
stuff planned, man. I'm already gearing my mind to do a podcast and when we take this
Yeah,
trip to
South
Africa. So
Africa.
yeah, man, let's do this.
Okay, we
Let's
got a
do
couple
this.
countries, so we're gonna have to. You got to pick which one you want to go to, or both. We're going to Gambia for sure. Well, we actually had Ghana, Gambia, and South Africa on the
plan.
I was about to say, all right, we could start with "Don't Tempt Me with a Good Time."
And trust me, it's a good time. Do you have any like eating like restrictions?
No, not that I know of yet. Like I can figure it out when I get there. Look,
Have you had any African food? Any kind of African food?
No, actually.
What?
No, you know it's crazy how much. No, let me be real, because as I get older, I'm more honest with myself about things I've neglected in my life. Like growing up in Boston, like in Mattapan Square, we had everything from Jamaican food to Haitian food to African food. Like it was just there, Cuban food, all that was there. My daily routine was Mattapan House of Pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went and got slices all the time, and it wasn't until I went back home last year that I realized, I'm walking around smelling all this food. Like I cannot believe I missed out on all
And
this
only
because
ate
I was
pizza.
so in my mind, like everything's just pizza and just what you just normally do. Yeah, so I'm definitely open though. I haven't to this point though.
No Caribbean food?
I have Caribbean food, yeah.
Okay, and you said Haitian food,
I haven't had Haitian food just yet.
so just Caribbean. Like
Yeah.
that's the most.
Pizza and jerk chicken. That's what
Yeah,
we
I know
had.
the difference because especially in Mattapan, like I haven't had Haitian food at all. Like I know this. I know this. Why you about to take me to Haiti too? I mean, let me get Ty St. Louis with that. Like we can go to Haiti. My girl Ty, I know she listening. She's dying to take that trip. Let's take the podcast to Haiti.
No, but Toronto, we were really I was really looking forward to Toronto. The Caravana got moved again this year because of COVID. So next year, August, Caravana.
That's a trip. You talking
That's
about
a
Caribbean?
trip.
Yeah, that's a
But
trip.
we got some other trips planned.
We got some
too,
other trips in the
'cause-
meantime.
So I remember actually planning a carnival tour. Like I'm going to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
let's
South
just go.
America, Brazil.
Let's
like,
just go.
Yeah, because our big brother Charles in the Dominican Republic, he's also a cannabis lobbyist
he did a bunch of things. Mostly
in Chicago.
He was like political. That's the guy who I was talking about who worked for Rahm Emanuel. He was just like kind of operations behind all those big players politically. So knowing just all the secrets, like we can't even. I don't know if we can even say his name.
Yeah, but he
Shit,
has.
you already did now.
I know
Right.
he's fine. He does promotion. He opened up some clubs.
So to get out of the business,
in Dominican
he moved
Republic.
to DR.
Yeah, he's got some things going on in Dominican Republic, and so he connected us with one of the largest promoters out of New York for Escape to DR, and then like some other promoters who are doing other events in Dominican Republic, so we can partner with them for CBD friendly
Oh man,
experiences.
y'all definitely gonna have some great experience this year. I can already feel it. We are kind of short on time. I wish we had a little bit more for y'all, but we waiting
It's
for
all
food.
good.
We about to get food though too.
The
So.
food
Yes,
should be coming.
yes,
I'm
we
looking
need-
at the door.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
need to get my phone so I can check to make sure we're good. She picked it up.
So we good, man. I totally appreciate y'all both coming through tonight. Thank you very much for blessing us again. Let people know how they can find out more information about Greenish Vibes, whether they want to follow on social media or follow both of y'all.
So the website is greenishvibes.com. Find us on Instagram at Get Greenish Vibes. Follow me personally at just Danika, Danicka. And from there, Olamiji.
Yeah, you can follow me at Olamiji Pierce, OLAMIJIPEARSE on Instagram.
And just message us about
Yeah,
and we'll
anything.
connect you
We'll
to
figure
where
it
you need
out.
to go.
They'll figure it
Either
out.
one of us.
They'll figure it out, and they definitely gonna make sure because we are gonna take some trips this year.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we're gonna put this
are.
passport to use that took me 3 hours to go get.
Okay. And
That's
COVID
interesting.
tried to take 2020 from
Man,
us.
so yeah, we got some living to do.
So yeah.
So I thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, we're gonna get into some more stuff after the show. We're gonna talk about some more of the stuff that probably we couldn't talk about on air. We're gonna get into some of this food, and we're gonna try out these space cubes and have a
Okay.
good time.
Okay.
Let's do it,
Thanks for
man.
having us.
And that's Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on LiveHipHopDaily.tv.
Awesome.